So my name's Ryan. I just work at SL around the corner.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm pretty close and can always help you out if you have any issues. Our machine and grinder here that we have, they're the same brand, so they're sort of in sync and everything like that. You guys are using the one size cup, so it's going to be quite easy to streamline for you guys. We start with the grinder. We've got an on-off switch, so if at all you realise there's no lights on or anything, there's a fair chance that's it there. Because we're using the one size cup, we only need the one size basket. So this nice deep one, and I've set it up so that both buttons do the same amount.
Oh, okay.
8.7 seconds.
Yep.
Unfortunately, there's not a book you can just open, and it's like, put the grinder to 8.7,
Sorry.
a certain grind setting, and you'll make the best coffee forever. There are like a few fluctuations, and every sort of setup's a bit different. So yeah, over here on the machine, we've got our steamers,
What would you like?
which all the way down. Or if you're just getting used to it, the harder you push up, the more steam. You'll be fine going down.
These ones? Just like
And this here is our normal button, which does 60 mils of coffee, which will be like this. Bang. If you get any orders for weak coffees, you can go that and sort of go 30 mils, 30 mils. So you've got 30 at each side.
Okay.
This button here is 30 mils itself. I just find that it under extracts a bit, so if in doubt, you're better off just pushing that one and catching one side. I know there's some wastage, but it will extract a bit better
Yep.
going that way. Hot water is that middle one.
Yep.
Because we've only got the one size cup, we don't need to stress too much about these buttons. I will come to some cleaning of the machine afterwards. Okay. Do you have any milk handy at all?
Yeah, just to your left, you know.
Oh, thank you. Okay. So, I always recommend when you start your shift, always make a coffee, whether it's for staff or hopefully you get a coffee order or whatever. Just to sort of get used to what's happening. Just, the reason why I say that is I haven't made one yet, so I just need to get used to how much milk to put in and stuff. I reckon I'm going to have a fraction too much, but I'll just have a look and go through the process. So this button here I've got as a little rinse. It just goes for like 1 second sort of thing. Generally we like to have a towel for coffee. And a little cloth for milk. Do we have a little Chuck's cloth anywhere, like a blue one or anything like that?
I'll get one.
Yeah, let's roll with that for now, okay? We'll just put it.
Yeah, we use a lot of these like private
That's,
I'll get some chucks. It's all good.
thank you.
Thanks, Tom.
I'm sort of jumping around a little bit on you, so sorry. Turning
You're
the
right.
machine off and on under here as well. So once again, if you've got no lights, or if you've been cleaning, sometimes you can knock the
So that's the main on-off switch under there?
Yeah. So we're turning the equipment off at night and back on in the morning. You're looking at about a 15-minute heat up for this machine to heat up.
Okay.
So when we come to make a coffee, we sort of pull it out, we'll do our knock to knock the coffee out, and we'll give it a dry and a little rinse on that button there for a couple of seconds.
Yep.
So after a clean, dry surface, you may have seen people do this over the years or something, and then they go over and make their coffee. The issue is you'll have all this water dripping, and we'll have a bit of a trail throughout the day. So what we're after is a clean, dry, hot surface. So just...
It's almost like we need it moved back a little to give us a bit more space here.
You're
Yeah,
welcome
we could do that.
welcome to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do need to do that.
We go into the grinder, and once again, it doesn't matter because we've got the seconds and the same
They're
size
both the
basket.
same. Yep.
We go in. We just want to like wiggle it as it's going in. You can see there, we had
It really fills up, doesn't it?
We didn't have much wastage. The reason why we need it to fill up is if we have it underfill, it will run quite quick and under extract.
Yep.
So this here is our coffee tamper. We sort of come in on the side a bit disjointed because I'm not trying to cut this off.
You're right.
It's just one firm press and then just a small polish, like no pressure down, just to pick up any grinds.
Perfect. Yep.
So I wasn't trying to like push through the bench, but I also wasn't like up in the air just going like that.
Yep, yep.
So it's a firm press. We've done our little rinse, so now we lock it in as quick as we can, push the button. It's about 100 degrees up there, so it's going to burn any coffee sitting up there. What we're
Oh,
after-
okay. If you leave it up there too long, it's going to burn the coffee that's in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what button did you just hit to make that work? This
The double
one?
one.
Yeah,
Yep.
the double. So
That's the only one we have to use.
Yep, yep.
what we're after is a nice creamy sort of caramel extraction there. It's giving us all our crema.
Hey, Jamie.
So it's important that it goes through that process of the water comes through first, it'll come out creamy like that, and then the rest of the water will.
And it's starting to blonde off.
Right.
So,
Sorry.
A hot dog.
Yeah, it's just starting to blonde off now.
Yep.
And this here is the result.
Yeah.
Keeps the crema in the cup. We've got our milk. So basically, we haven't heated any milk today. So we want to give it a really good purge. See that water there? Just give it a bit of a purge.
Charging. Just the drink.
I like to aim for about the centre of the jug. And just the tip beneath. I'll show you you can see there the milk mark.
Right.
I'm
So
only sort of
just
just beneath.
Yep.
And when I'm pulling this all the way down, you can hear that like hissing. I'm adding air into the milk and just that's where you get the foam.
Right.
So what's that? Just the tip just beneath the milk.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you come in, guys. You can see it's sort of whirlpooling around in a circle.
Yep.
And I'm turning off just before 60 degrees.
Okay.
I'm aiming for about 65 as it finished, but there is a bit of lag. So I turned off about there to get to there.
So flick the switch at 60, 65.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. And clean that every time?
Yeah, definitely. And
Yeah.
then we even give it a little purge. A
Yep.
little bit of milk can get stuck there.
Yep.
I don't have too many bubbles, but if we're getting some bubbles, we just want to
I'm going to feel it too. Yep.
knock them out. And if your foam separates from the milk and it gets like high, just give it a good little swirl. It should look like white glossy paint, a bit like
Okay.
that.
Okay.
Nice and shiny. Now we need to be really patient with our pour. So we're sort of going in a circular motion, just looking after the crema. And then as we get to the last quarter, we get in a little bit closer. And
Yeah,
then
right. Thank
there we
you.
are. I don't really care like what patterns or art or whatever can happen. The most important thing is when the customer tastes this, they're going to taste coffee around the outside.
Okay.
One of the biggest errors that I see in coffee making is people aren't patient enough with their pour, and so they just like dome it in like that. And what it does is it becomes like a milkshake.
Oh, okay.
It becomes like a milkshake and it really domes over, and all that white there in the centre comes out to the side.
Okay.
If you guys have ever had a coffee and it takes like 5 sips to finally get the coffee and
Yeah.
goes against
Yep.
the milk,
Yep.
more than likely the barista has just been a bit impatient with their pour,
Yep.
and that has sort of spread out. And
Right.
eventually you get there, you go, yeah, I can taste the coffee now. But when the customer sips this, they're going to taste coffee on their first sip.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, that's sort of
So that's 1 cup.
yep.
And that's the process you go through for every cup.
yeah.
So if someone asks for 2 cups at the same time, is there a quicker way to do that, or it has to be made one at a time?
Unfortunately, we've got to roll out one handle at a time.
Okay.
We've got
That's good.
we've got these handles can only extract about a maximum of sort of 80 mils of coffee.
Yep.
So to make one of them cups, you need 60 mils.
Yep.
So yeah, unfortunately, it is sort of one handle per cup, unless we have 2 weak coffees. That's
Yes,
we
when you
split.
could split it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, no, I'm just trying to make sure I know what I can do with what we've got,
Yeah.
because a lot of people probably say I want 2, or yeah, and I'm just thinking what is the quickest way to make 2 coffees?
Yeah.
They have to be done one at a time?
Yeah.
Thank you.
They do.
Yep.
The easiest you'll find and pick up probably this, like the grinding, like sort of straight in. I know I didn't like that, but you'll
You could get that going for the next one as you're making the other one, maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you'll find that this part of the coffee making
Oh, good coffee.
is quite easy or repetitive. How we going? It's just a waste test, but yeah, you'll definitely find that the espresso side is a little bit easier or more repetitive. The milk is where probably the most error comes. That's why we really want to have a crack at making coffee for ourselves or another staff member before you're about to try and sell one. So
Yep.
just at the start of every shift, build your confidence up, yeah, just try and get the process right.
And that's the kind of coffee we make. We make that same coffee for everyone, that same style. So there's no like cappuccino and latte and all those different things.
There is, yeah. I've just made a latte on my last one.
That was a latte.
So
Okay.
the way to sort of explain it is sort of, if we just focus on cappuccino, latte, and I'm going to say long black, okay? Let's work on them 3. So, the easiest way to break them 3 down, imagine a
Royal hamburger.
sort of, I'm going to make...
So that was a latte.
That was a latte, yep.
I'm gonna make your cappuccino now.
Sit on the bench, it might be easier for you, right? We'll get the milk.
So just to repeat the process again, let's say I've just taken it out, knocked it, a little rinse,
Yep.
another wipe, just to get a clean, dry surface. Hey Shani, how you going?
Hello.
We just want to wiggle the handle. If
Well, I did try and avoid it. Did ask, could I have to be here today and tomorrow?
when we wiggle, we should get about that much in the handle. If we're noticing a massive amount of coffee on the bench, it could mean there's 1 or 2 staff members not wiggling. They might be leaving the handle and then walking away and doing something. So just keep an eye on that. As time goes on, if you feel that the grinder settings are out of fraction, you can use this minus just to knock it down to say a fraction.
Okay.
Little amounts or adjustments here actually make a fairly large difference. So that's sort of what we're after as a product. So we're going to do a cappuccino this time.
Let me get what's next. Hot dogs.
Any coffee that's hanging around the top, you're welcome to sort of just polish it, because that will just end up in your heads. I've already pressed that. Thank you. Hitting the double. Rinsing your jugs is important, and guessing we went okay last time. There wasn't like much left over at all. But yeah, just keeping your jugs nice and fresh is the key. never want to put cold milk on top of old milk at all.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's got to be a clean jug. Just the importance of a clean jug.
Okay.
Yeah, just a little bit of rinse. So,
Do you want us to pause for a second?
No, it's all good.
so how we make a cappuccino is we're going to add a little bit more air than our last one. What I mean by that is this hissing. We're just going to let it hiss a fraction more.
So it's about froth?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's.
Excuse me, darling, just a bit of paper. Thank you.
Once again, wipe your steam on. Give it a good rinse off. Nice white glossy milk.
My word, yeah.
Yeah, I reckon it's really, really good. It's a good idea, though.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. I think you need an extra person to do it as well.
So we're just going to get it nice and close towards this end and get that foam out. Aiming in the centre as we finish. Once again, nice dark notes around the end.
So you poured that in the side and then moved to the centre at the end.
Yeah, you can see here I've got a dig for the foam. So that's a good amount of foam for a cappuccino. A
Okay.
fraction thick for a latte. This here is your hot chocolate. Give it a dust. That's a cappuccino. So the easiest way to break it down, a latte, I know you can't see through the cups, but when you think of the latte glasses, about a pinky of foam for a latte, a cappuccino might be more like a thumb.
Okay.
So pinky for a latte, cappuccino's a thumb.
Okay.
How we do the long black, once again, quick little rinse. Him out, dry him. So we'll do our third one, long black. We always go the water first.
Uh-huh. Water first for long black.
So we're going to almost, it's a brand new machine, so the water's a little bit cloudy. I'll just run a couple through.
It's all right. No one has to drink it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somewhere around that. Yeah, that's a bit clearer. It'll get better as we
Yeah.
as we go. Just once again, handle in, bit of a wiggle, just to try and lapse the coffee down so it doesn't overflow. Oh no,
That's all right. It's all good.
I need to work out how to stop that.
I'll hold it if you like.
Yeah, I'd like. Yeah, it's a bit of an issue that.
So you can't actually shut this off if something goes wrong. You just let it do its thing. It'll just do another
Why did that
section.
go twice? Because you didn't do anything.
No, I did. I knocked it.
Oh, well, what did you knock?
It's
That?
just because I knocked. There's like a little. See this black thing here?
Oh, it's a little sensor thing. Like,
Yeah, it's a little button.
Yep.
Oh, that's okay.
That's good. We need to learn that because we'll make that mistake too.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just getting sort of used to it. So it's always with a long black. It's always hot water first,
Yep.
coffee second.
Okay.
The reason why we're doing it different is if I had this really nice crema on the bottom of the cup, and then I went hot water on top, it's going to scald the crema and make it bubbly.
Oh,
and,
okay.
burn the coffee.
Oh,
So
right.
it's much more gentler with this crema. Crema's this the caramel like syrupy layer on coffee. So you can see there.
Just let it do
that's
its
a
thing.
long-
Yep.
A long black. So it's a double shot. Water first.
Long black water first. Latte, finger of foam, and cappuccino thumb worth of foam.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they're much the same. The latte and the cappuccino, just a foam difference
And just a bit of chocolate on top of the cappa.
for a cappuccino.
Your hot chocolate, how we make that, and chai, is
Take a long time to make one.
Huh?
So it takes a long time to make one long
That's why you
process.
said that you have someone here basically doing it all the time.
Yeah,
For
that's
Thursday,
why they have
Friday, all
baristas.
day. If
Yeah.
you can have 210 Thursday,
210.
Friday, you're just doing it all day.
Yeah.
And to save a bit of bin space, this old trick, we just
Oh.
a little purge and it'll fit in your bin.
Ah, good idea.
So,
Well,
yeah,
that's a good
Clever.
idea.
Yep.
just helps you out.
Did you
don't
see
need-
that? What he did?
You put a bit of hot in there.
Cool.
Just helps.
So you
us
do
out.
go through your milk.
Yeah, we've got to order 18 for the next 2 days as well.
Yes, I wrote that on the thing.
Yes, thank
I
you.
nearly fell over when she
I'm
said
going
that.
to do a hot chocolate now, which would be the same as a chai.
Uh-huh.
I'll send this video to all of you.
Might have to put it on YouTube because it might be too long to send.
Okay.
I'm just
Yeah.
going to use
Can you
this for
upload it
now.
to YouTube?
I could work something out.
I know how. Yeah, you just go to your videos on YouTube,
Yep.
and then you just upload it, and then you send us the link.
Okay.
If
Alright.
if you can't do it the other way,
Yes, I'll see what I can
see
do.
if you can.
Yep.
That's great. Thank you. That's handy to have.
So we one really generous scoop of hot chocolate.
Uh-huh.
Into the milk.
Into the milk. Yep.
So this is what it's sort of looking like. This just requires a fair bit of cleaning with the milk one afterwards, obviously, because there's chocolate involved. So once again, we're just putting it into the steam tube. It's mixing it. Feel free to jump in, guys, and have a look.
You
It's
go.
what we want is a milk to whirlpool. You
Uh-huh.
can see there, we don't want to like close it off and go too close to the side.
Okay.
We can just hear it starting to take off a little bit and get a bit changes sound.
Yep.
And this is where the milk cleaning is very important.
Uh-huh.
If the chocolate goes back up the pipe, you're in a bit of trouble. So,
Okay.
yeah.
So what happens if that happens? You just got to try and.
You probably just end up with some blockages.
Okay.
This here is for cleaning the machine. I know I'm jumping around, but I just want to
No,
explain.
that's okay.
I just want to explain. There's actually a little clip on the back.
Oh, okay. That you can unblock it with.
So, yeah, if at all you're noticing that your milk's taking longer to heat,
Oh,
or
okay.
there's nothing coming out your steam ones,
Uh-huh.
we might have a bit of milk stuck in our tips. So,
Yeah. That's a perfect tool.
and alternatively, you're using this to sort of scrub.
Around there. Yep. Awesome.
Back to our hot chocolate. So yeah, very similar. Just you can see how it's quite blended together really nicely.
Uh-huh.
From the start to finish, it's a really consistent product. And then, of course, we're giving it a little bit of a dust on top. So your chai is the same. Scoop it into the milk.
So about the same amount.
Yeah, great question. Maybe a fraction less.
So just 1 spoon. One.
Yeah. I sort of did probably one
Maybe if
full one.
can we make one for Shani, because I know she likes to try it. And
Yeah.
she can try it and see if we've done it right. You can stand out. Here, Alistair, do you drink hot chocolate? They're all lining up here when you're going nowhere.
We're going to make you a try as well.
No, don't have soy.
No, I'll try it. Yeah.
I better order some soy. Should I? Shani,
I
what
did
order?
already. I did for you already.
She's already ordered it.
Oh, thank you.
I did, oh no, sorry. No, I didn't order the soy milk.
Okay, I'll order a soy.
That would be lovely.
Yeah.
I'll just
We should get almond milk too. A lot of people like almond milk now.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah, face mask on. Let's spread out a little bit.
yeah.
Spread out.
Smile, everybody.
We were.
Seriously.
Do you want to take another one with our smiling eyes?
Your eyes smiling.
Yeah.
Do you have any, if you've got any problems with your brain, there's anyone in there?
Yep, too easy.
Okay, thanks.
There's some. There's a long black.
That one there's a kappa.
Cuppa?
Do you want lids?
No, you're right, they do.
So that's a cappuccino, long black, hot chocolate.
That's a
No sugar in any of them.
hot chocolate in your right hand. Do we have any non-coffee drinkers here?
Yeah, oh, I drink coffee, but I don't drink that sort of coffee.
So, how do you know if everything is aligning and whatnot and you're making good coffee is basically that crema in the cup, as well as when we're finished and we knock it out, we should be getting like some of these biscuits happening.
Okay.
Which says that our grind is all going okay. So they're just some indicators to know, oh gee, am I making good coffee? If you're not really getting much of these biscuits, it means that the grind is a fraction out.
And if no one's buying them, it means coffee.
Sorry?
No one's buying them.
Oh, for sure. That's true.
But your biggest challenge is milk.
Milk, yep.
Even if you buy some extra milk in and just practice.
Yep, yep.
There is a product Moccapan are working on called Filk, and it's fake milk. It's like a powder that you add to water, and then it textures up. It's about to go to market in the next little month or so.
Probably less likely to go off and get that manky smell.
And just save your money.
Yeah, that's right.
It's a
Well, it would
cheaper
save you money.
Yeah.
Cheaper alternative than just throwing milk down the sink.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
So when that product arrives, we can get here and do some work with it.
Okay.
Through Moccapan as well, I'll be looking
Thank
to
you.
bring
Thanks,
some,
Shani.
trainers in here and whatnot as well, just to do anything like sort of have it covered as well. But coffee's a real confidence game, so just invest in a bit of training yourself and get used to it. Is my phone number written down here anyway? Or is it probably
No, we'll
I
put
could
it
probably,
on the board.
I'll stop the